Welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Thanks. My name is Monty Henry, owner of DPL Surveillance Equipment. We're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties on all the products. We have 24/7, 365 tech sales and customer support. We have the largest video library that you've ever seen. We demonstrate bug detectors, GPS trackers, Nanny cameras. Things. The Nanny cameras, of course, allow you to view what's going on in your home or your office from your smartphone while you're on vacation in another city, state, or country. Doesn't matter. And, of course, the bug detectors allow you to find the hidden GPS trackers on vehicles, allow you to find the wireless bugs and wireless cameras and all the things that people use to snoop on you in your home or your office, etc. So we're doing our part to help make America and help make the world safe with all of these state-of-the-art spy gadgets and such. Very extensive video library, very, very large articles directory. Learn about everything imaginable. Learn about surveillance, counter-surveillance. Learn about jammers, GPS jammers. Learn about GPS blockers. Learn about targeted individuals. We define prevention of electronic harassment. We talk about electrical hypersensitivity. There's all sorts of things. But the reason why we're here today is because we want to put a major emphasis on something that's going on with people's idea in terms of what's going on with the economy, what's going on with the world of finances, in terms of how it affects the way you spend money and your ability to save and such. So we take a look at the big picture. We try to define it, break it down for you guys so you'll understand exactly what you're up against. Now, this is, I think, episode number 10 of It's the Economy Stupid. So we're all the way up to episode 10 of It's the Economy Stupid. And basically what's happening is there's a lot of big picture things, issues, events going on with the economy. And a lot of people are just too busy earning a living, going every day. They leave home and they can't wait to get on the freeway. And they spend hours on the freeway and they, can't wait to get back home. Basically, their lives are just taken up by all these things that they have to do and such. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to say, like, don't worry about it. We're going to try to define all of this for you. We're going to try to make sense of the things that are going on. So moving right into It's the Economy Stupid, episode number 10. Okay? Now, one of the things I want to bring to your attention is there's some major shipping companies. There are a lot of these shipping companies and major ones. They ship products all over the world, okay? You put your products that you made in China, or you made in Korea, or you wherever you made them, Vietnam, and you put them on a big ship, and you ship them from one country to the other. Then these shipping lines and companies make up 95% of the total aggregate amount of goods that are going from place to place. So if there's any barometer in terms of economic activity, shipping companies are really the barometer you want to look at. So if you want to measure economic activity, is the economy booming, or is it lackluster, or mediocre, or whatever, then take a look at the shipping company activity and see whether or not you can get any idea in terms of what's going on with those shipping companies, okay? So I've been analyzing shipping company activity, and what I'm seeing, you guys, is not pretty. I'm seeing a lot of shipping companies that actually have been filing for bankruptcy. Okay, they can't keep enough products on those ships to pay to ship those products all over the world. In other words, we're experiencing declining shipping volume like we haven't seen in a long, long time. Now, this is bad news, okay? Because the Walmarts and the Macy's and the automobile manufacturers and TV manufacturers, Samsung, whatever, if they're not selling enough products all over the world and they're not putting them on those shipping companies, then obviously we don't have the type of robust economic activity that we need to grow the economy, keep people busy, etc., etc. It's just not going to happen. You have to see shipping companies kept busy. They have to have lots of containers. Those big 40-foot containers, they have to be full. You have to have a lot of them. And you have to have and those guys have to be shipping these things all the time. And right now, a number of major shipping companies have been filing for bankruptcy. So this tells me that if you're filing for bankruptcy because of lack of shipping volume, then you don't have very good economic activity. Now, Macy's just announced today that they're closing at least 40 stores and laying off 10,000 people. And Kohl's, K-O-H-A-L-S, Kohl's has announced that they're laying off people, and in addition to reporting earnings and sales that have declined probably 18% or something. And Sears, of course, selling their I think it's Black & Decker product line for $900 million. Sears has been in trouble for a long time. Sears has been struggling. The retail environment is just pathetic, okay? Don't let anybody tell you anything differently. Those guys gave away the house and the kitchen sink and everything else to try and make up money for the lack of holiday sales. I mean, during the holidays, they try to give away everything imaginable by offering huge discounts. And it just didn't help. You can't make up for all of those losses throughout the year by, discounting like that during Christmas and holidays. It's a desperation move, okay? So we're seeing some major issues in the retail environment, particularly the amount of consumer debt, credit card debt rather, is still very, very significant. So people are not saving. They haven't been investing. They haven't been saving for a long, long time. That's not very good. As I mentioned before, millennials moving back home, or young people in general moving back home, is at a 75-year high. There's a lot of things that I'm concerned about, okay? Negative interest rates in a lot of different countries, meaning you have to almost pay people to put your money into a bank. As we talked about before, in regards to our Bitcoin videos and podcasts and articles, Bitcoin is getting a lot of interest from people in developing countries because their currencies are collapsing. When their currencies collapse, like in Venezuela, when capital controls are too stringent, too restrictive, like in China, when the Mexican peso is 20 to the dollar, when you name it, in India, when they demonetize to the point where they're basically telling you your currency is worthless, and we're going to go completely digital or cashless. Just like China, for instance, they want to go cashless as soon as possible. So that means everybody's trying to fix an issue that's very, very prominent and very prevalent, particularly outside the United States. The United States citizens don't really understand how severe it is until you start looking outside. When you look outside the United States, then you have to see what we're up against, what we may be encountering. So make sure you guys understand on the big picture, it doesn't look good at all in terms of what you're going to be up against. Consumerism is not something you want to be putting much emphasis on as before. It's not enough to just get a job and think that that's going to be the end all. You're going to have to probably start a business, sell a product, sell a service, do something, because the tax code, Trump, I'm going to call it the Trumpian economic policy. So you heard it here first. Trumpian, 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 that's a new word, economic policy is going to be such that if you're not a business owner, if you're not wealthy, if you're not pedigreed, then you're probably going to be suffering. You're probably going to be struggling unnecessarily. So you guys put less emphasis on consumerism or working, being a working staff, but more emphasis on starting a business. Find a product, find a service, something you're passionate about, and try to figure out how you can make that into something whereby someone will be interested in offering you money for it, okay? Because going forward, it looks like outside the United States, that's what's happening. Nobody is interested in just being a consumer outside the United States. Those people are entrepreneurs. Okay, they make things, they sell things, and a lot of those products are ending up being exported. And then when they're countries such as China, such as Africa, whatever, when the countries actually get to the point where they're becoming more and more self-sustaining or whatever, then your domestic market can support you. So the Chinese are going to buy from Chinese, sell to Chinese. People from India, same thing. And so that's what they're going to be doing. That's what Americans better figure out how to do quickly. Because, again, just going to a job and clocking in and clocking out and all of that and thinking you're going to get some gold watch at the end of 30 years or something and a decent retirement, that shit is over with. It's done. It's history. You're going to be disappointed over and over again. Okay? So get off the hamster wheel. And make sure you understand what you're up against, because it's the economy, stupid, and Monty Henry told you so. So look at what's happening with the cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. Look at that type of technology. Put your money into something that's appreciating in value versus losing value, because the Federal Reserve people in the United States and the central bankers outside the United States, They can't do anything else. They can't print enough money. They can't lower interest rates enough. They can't stimulate the economic activity that's going to drive economies forward anymore. That shit is history. They're done. They're perplexed. They don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Okay, they're completely stumped. So now the only thing that's happening is currencies are falling apart. Okay, fiat currencies are falling apart, and that means the citizens are going to be struggling. So, when you get a chance, contact some people in some different countries and find out, particularly the countries that I mentioned, find out about their local currencies, find out about their local economies, and see for yourself what happens when you trust in an economic system run by capitalists who don't care about anything except extracting money from people. Okay? That shit is a loser's game. And right now it's falling apart, and I'm telling you, in this session of It's the Economy Stupid, that's what we want to put major emphasis on. The fact that I'm telling you that the signs are there, the game is rigged. Shipping companies, again, are not shipping the type of cargo that they need to ship. There's only going to be 3 major shipping companies. The rest of them are going to be very small companies, and the big companies that are left, they're going to dominate the industry. They're going to raise prices, and it's going to cost more to ship goods and services all over the world, not less. So that means that ultimately you're going to be paying more money because they're going to have a monopoly. And Trump doesn't have any consideration for what happens when companies get too big and nobody can stop them from doing what they want to do. He thinks that that's what we need. So that's what's going to happen going forward. Large companies, well-funded people are going to set the rules and dictate the policies and set the playing field. Small companies and individuals are going to be left to fend for themselves. So get ready. The shit is about to get very, very crazy. But I'm here to tell you, look, you have a choice. You have a say in the matter. You have the ability to prepare and get ready and situate yourself so your families and such aren't impacted by these idiots who are just going to be out for making every buck from everyone they can. All right. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this session of Is the Economy Stupid? But follow me on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere, and look at my postings, and let's position ourselves to also take advantage of this new era where we're going to have a currency of our own called Bitcoin. We're going to have technology we can call ours. It's called blockchain. And we're going to be able to have financial freedom and independence once again, or once, because I don't even know if we even have had it before. So at least we'll have it this time. All right? So I'm going to wrap up this session. As I like to say it at the end of every session, share this with a friend, relative, enemy, associate. I don't care who you share it with. Share it with someone. And let's get the word out, and let's figure out what we're up against, and let's do something about it, okay? So anyway, you guys have a great day, and today is Thursday, so have fun, okay? Thanks. Take care. Bye.